Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So you already know, it's your girl Tajay. And if you are new here, welcome to the fam. You see that? You see that subscribe button down below? If it's red, honey, push it. Go ahead. You know you want to. I'll wait. Thank you, honey. With today's video, as you guys can tell down below, this is mental health discussion part 2. I wanted to do this video and I asked you guys on Instagram, did y'all want an update or a current video on mental health, update for how I'm doing today, and I can give you guys some new pointers and some new tips for you guys if you guys are still going through that mental health stage. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we're not gonna sit here and act like we still not going through some certain things, you know what I'm saying? And you know, because it's a part of life. So right now I'm just gonna tell you guys my mental state as of right now, my mental health right now, and then I'm gonna give you guys some pointers and some tips and some things that I also had to do. Let's get started. The first thing I will say, well, right now my mental state of mind is so good. It's like, it's beyond good. It's great. It's magnificent. But let me tell y'all why though. I'm gonna tell you the main reason why. God is the main reason why. As far as my healing goes, I'm just gonna give you guys the rundown of the healing process that I went through and everything that comes with that, okay? Last time you guys watched my last mental health video, I was in a good place. That's when I was really starting to heal. I wasn't fully healed compared to now. Like then I probably thought I was, but really compared to now, this is the best state of mind and the happiest I've ever been in my life, okay? And I got a new look, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? During that time I really thought that at a good place, but at the same time I wasn't. I was still going through stuff. But was I at a better place than I was before? Of course. You're always going to be better at a better place than you were before, because it shows growth. And as far as my healing process went, I started with changing my eating habits, because at that time I was eating terrible. I was eating out a lot. I was eating meat. I just felt disgusting. So I was just meditating one day and I was like, you need to become a vegan. Like, you need to cut the meat out, cut the dairy products out, eat clean, you know, make your body more healthier. And that's also a part of the healing process. What you eat and put in your body will determine the rest of your health, from when you go get your vitals checked to your heart rate to your blood. All that comes from what you're putting into your body. And when you eat vegetables and things that are actually alive, it starts a healing process. That's what medicine comes from. Medication comes from the natural nutrients from our food. Why not start from eating properly? So I eat a lot cleaner now. I drink a lot of water. I'm doing that for about, I would say 9 months now. 9, 10, it's been a minute. I don't remember, but it's been a minute, okay? And that was a process for me, because even at the time I wasn't eating meat like that. Like the only thing I would eat a lot was chicken and turkey. But as far as red meats go, it was like every once in a while, or when I went to Alabama, because you know my family's from the South, babe. Yeah, that would be the only time. And then I would see that I wouldn't feel good after eating that stuff. Like I would feel tired, drained. I'm like, something's not right. Even after drinking dairy products, like I would feel sick, like I have to vomit all the time. And I was like, no, like something has to give. And during that time I was mentally, I just wasn't with it. So imagine you going through that mentally and your body just not, it's just not. I just nipped it in the bud. I had to really give myself self-discipline, and my mom helped me a lot as far as my vegan journey goes. And she also like made sure that I stuck to it, because you know, being a vegan is very pricey, babe. So I was just like, my mom was just like, okay, you gonna do this? You really gonna do this? And I was like, okay, girl. So I've been doing it, y'all. I've been doing it. It's a really good process. I love eating fresh food. Like when I tell you, I can't eat processed food like that. I can't do a lot of things that I used to do. I don't eat sweets that much either. Like every once in a blue moon, I'll have something sweet. But like, besides coffee and teas, that's about it, baby, okay? I've been doing good, eating clean and everything. And it just makes you feel so much better. And your skin does better. Your body does better. Your odors change, like everything, your chemistry, it just all changes. Okay, also lately I've been getting into fitness as well. This is also part of healing, because when you stress and you think about things mentally, especially things that you cannot control, I'm realizing, since I've been working out, and I don't work out that much, but I work out at least 3 times a week. I have been slacking though, but I'm getting back on it. But when you do work out and you are stressing about something, that is the best stress reliever, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you sitting in your room and sitting by yourself contemplating and running things through your mind, when those things, and half the things that we worry about are really not even true. And that's how anxiety develops. Anxiety develops because you're worried about the future, or you're worried about something that's 9 times out of 10 not going to happen. So therefore, working out is like the best thing ever, because that releases your happy hormones. Come up with a workout regimen and get into it and stay disciplined, okay? And it just relieves everything you're stressed about, could just be relieved, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is reading. Y'all, I never ever in my years of going to school and having to be forced to read, I never would have thought as an adult I would like to read. I was talking to my stepdad about this, because he likes to read too, so we talk about books a lot and everything. And I'm just like y'all couldn't get me to read a book in high school or middle school or elementary school. I said, and just look at me now. And he was like, yeah, that's part of growing up. You develop different things, like your habits change, you kill bad habits. But reading is like a newfound love for me. Do you hear me? I just love it now, especially when I read things that I'm interested in. Reading is a good source of healing. It keeps your mind on track. You start to develop like that critiques your thinking, and not only that, you're also learning at the same time. So get into some good books, okay? Because it's just literally just a newfound love for me. And like I said before, you cannot pay me to read a book years ago. Not even 4 years ago, you cannot pay Tajay Foster to read a book. So now I read, and it's literally a newfound love. Like I can sit down for hours and read. You just educate yourself, and then you also like write notes down, and you just learn more about yourself and the things you want to do. You can read books about finance, faith, and just different things. Like, instead of just Googling stuff, read a book. It's just more information that you're feeding yourself, and you just learn when you read body of work, if that makes sense. But I love doing that. And then another thing that I use as far as my healing journey goes, I journal a lot. Looking in it right now. I have 2 journals. I have a faith journal and I have a regular journal for business, all that. So I like to journal. I talk about my feelings. Instead of venting, what I've learned is, instead of venting to humans sometimes, I just vent to God, and I write in my faith journal. And I just write to him, get my thoughts out on paper, let him know what's going on. Even though he already knows what's going on, I still let him know what's going on, because, you know, I'm coming to him, my provider, the being that gives me everything that I need. And I just let it out. I let it all out on paper, whereas I'm writing 1 paper, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. But journaling has helped. I have a newfound love for journaling. But I've been journaling since I was 16, and basically writing to God since I was 16. And I would just take my prayers and put it on paper. And then not only that, you go back and you read your old journals, and you just see how much you've grown as a person, and you see what God actually gave to you that you asked for, or that you really wanted to happen. Like, you see your growth, and it reflects, and you be like, and it keeps you grounded, because you're like, okay, dang, at that time I did do this, and I did ask God for this, and look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Look at me now. So it's just a good reflective thing, because it literally keeps you grounded. Like, you have to be humble at all times, and that's what journaling does. Protecting my peace. Having peace is so important, and it's internal, not external. It's kind of both, actually, but mainly it's internal, and that also comes from God, because God is the Prince of Peace, okay? And once you realize and you learn that your peace is so important, no one can interrupt that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you just know that your mental health and all that is important. Like, for instance, somebody can come in with their negativity, talk bad on my name, all that, and I'm just thinking to myself, if you care, about what this person that wasn't on the cross for you, that didn't die for you, if you care so much about what they said, you're going to go back into having anxiety and depression, because that's the main thing that's on your mind. My mom always told me, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head, okay? And that's where that comes from. So protecting your peace is important. Don't let people get under your skin, because their opinion of you, the things that they think about you, the things that they put against you do not matter. So even the things that you think about yourself that are 110% false, those things do not matter. Protect your peace with everything that's in you. When you're around negative people, stay away from those negative people. Even getting on social media, seeing the negative things that people put about other people, that's all that social media is about negativity. Clean your social media, y'all. Stop watching the Shade Room and all these people's latest drama that be going on in their household. Who cares, bro? Like, protect your peace, because your eyes and your ears are the opening to your soul. So when you're feeding your soul all these negative things, that's exactly what you're going to produce, and that's exactly what you're going to attract. Don't do that. Don't do that. Protect your peace. Like, if you can go on my timeline right now, all I have is positive affirmations on my timeline. People I'm actually friends with that I follow who post positive things. People who speak about God a lot. Like, what you get up and see every day will determine how you make decisions in life and the things that you see, and basically what you believe. So therefore, clean it up. It's time. If you're watching this and that's what you're struggling with, it's time to clean it up. Clean what you see up every day. Stay away from negative people. Be to yourself. Your peace, you by yourself, your company should be enough alone, just you and God. Yeah, clean up your environment. Clean up your social media accounts. I barely stay on Facebook, because Facebook has no filter as far as what you can see, unless you just sit there and do it, and I'm not doing that. So I get on Facebook every once in a blue moon. I stay out of people's lives. I don't really care to see, oh, so-and-so from high school no, like, you can't call me and be like, oh yes, did you see such and such from high school? No. I didn't, babe. No, I don't care. So, and like I said, the whole Instagram thing, cleanse your environment around you. What you allow in is exactly what you're gonna get around you and receive. That's so important. I tell people this all the time: learn the difference between good and bad energy. You can feel when you're in danger. You can feel when you're around someone who is negative all the time. And when you feel that around people, or they feel some type of demonic presence, and when I say demonic, I mean as far as how they move, you know, being two-sided, whatever, keep that far away from you, because you only want to attract positive things. You know, even when I say when you keep negative things and negative people out your life, that's including friends and family. It doesn't matter if these people are not bringing peace into your life, if these people are not bringing goodness into your life, if these people are not elevating you to be who you want to be and pushing you towards your purpose. Everybody in your life pushes you towards your purpose in some kind of way, and some people decline it. It's all depending on who you allow in your circle. So even if it's family, if they don't serve you in any kind of way, let them go. Sometimes blood ain't thicker than water, and I realize that a lot. So if those people do not serve you, family or friends or associates, work partner, business partner, let them go. Another thing that I've learned by going through my mental health journey is don't vent to everybody. Everybody's not your friend. The perfect saying that I've heard from Nipsey Hussle was, don't vent to people, vent to God, which is 110% true, which is why I have my faith journal. That won't hit the same. Yes, it would. Yes, it does. It hits the same, because God is the only person that can fix what's going around. And then not only that, when you talk to other people about the things that you go through and the decision that you want to make, they put their own insecurities on you. Their opinions start to poison what you got going on for yourself. So therefore, don't vent to people. Don't tell people what you're going through. Don't tell people your plans, because people just throwing their insecurities on you. So keep it to yourself. Another thing that I've learned, that your company alone is the best company that you'll ever have. You learn to be alone. You shouldn't have to need or want people around to live or to go places. Like, that's a bad habit to have, because if you're born alone, you're gonna die alone. So therefore, you know, and it's not even necessarily that, just your company should be enough. If anybody coming into your life, they should be adding on, and when they leave, it still should be 110%. They shouldn't subtract, None of that. They should either be the adding on, or it's gonna still be the same there where it's always been. It's never gonna depreciate. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in the Bible says no man should be alone, which is 110% true. But it has to be a man that knows how to live with himself, because if you can't live with you, what makes you think that anybody else can? And that's what I had to realize. I'm like, dang, like I got all this going on, I'm miserable, da 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 da. But at the time I was like, I want a boyfriend. I'm like, nah sis, first of all, distraction. Second of all, if you can't live with you right now, what makes you think somebody else can live with you? And that's not literally, that's literally and figuratively speaking, because your happiness shouldn't come from the person or another thing. It should come from you and you only. Because if you can't make you happy, that person and that thing can't make you happy either. Faith. And this should have been the first thing that I spoken or mentioned, but I just like everything just falls into place. You know what I'm saying? Faith is so important to me. It's okay if you're a non-believer too. Just cope in the best way you know how. What I kept hearing, well, this year, if you ever watch Transformation Church, the word of the year is anchored, and this is our anchored year. This is the anti-drift year, where we stay away from anybody who has any type of negativity or any distractions in life, because it's our time to, it's our winning season. Okay, this is my winning season, this is your winning season, this is your mama winning season, it's everybody's winning season. Okay, that's been my journey of being anchored this year. And I'm not gonna lie, I drifted just a little bit, not too much, but a teensy little bit. And just a little bit can get you a little bit off track. But I had to wake up in reality, and God was like, girl, we got things to do, we got better things to do. What are you doing? It's time for you to get anchored. And when I got that anchor tattoo, if you watched my other video, it's gonna be linked down below. When I got that tattoo, it was just a reminder, like, you have to be anchored in Jesus and know who's here for you and who's not, and be obedient when God tells you things. Okay, and the main thing that been playing in my head a lot is when Pastor Michael said, I'm actually gonna play it. Roll the clip.
I'm telling you, this will be your best year ever, if it is your best year spiritually. I'm gonna say it one more time because I thought I was gonna say something else. This will be your best year.
And he says that plays a big role in my life and stuff. So I remember that at all times, and I just keep that with me. That's exactly what happens when it's your best year ever. When it's your best year spiritually, it will be your best year ever, basically. So stay anchored in God and put God first. Self-care is important. Just taking a self-care day, going to get your nails done, doing a spa day, just taking care of you. Your body is so important. Putting you first is so important. Make sure you're taking time out for yourself and just relax your mind, relax your body, and not be thinking about anything else. And I'm talking to black people when I say this. It's okay if you can get it's okay to have a therapist. Okay, if you need someone professional help, if you're going through it really bad, or you have really bad signs of PTSD or whatever, you can get professional help if you got good insurance. There's nothing wrong with getting a therapist. When I get to my new city in life and my new environment, I will be getting a therapist, because there's nothing wrong with having a therapist. It's just another professional help of getting some this venting and getting some good advice and positive advice back, without that person putting their personal things on you, because they're professional and they know how to take their own emotions out of your situation. Okay, spending less time on social media, and spending less time on social media just gives you a clear mind, and it helps you live in the now, because we're so worked up in the world that we got in the world so small now because of social media. So you see all the sad things, and it just puts you in an ill mood. So not saying it's not good to know these things that's going on, but just keep your mind off of those things. Focus on you. Focus on your life. So many people are worried about other people's lives, watching them on social media, all these things. Focus on you. What you have for yourself and your state of mind is important. So therefore, off of social media. Social media is not. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If any of y'all need someone to talk to as far as mental health goes, and exceeding and excelling in it and healing, one thing I will say is you're still going to go through pain, because you're human. Pain never goes away, even as you're growing up into adult. It's just part of the process. Just know when you're going through the storm always ends. And that when you go through pain just ends in purpose and in growth. So without pain, there's no purpose. Without purpose, there's no pain. If that makes sense. just know when you're, that's what I tell myself. When I'm going through something that hurts me to the core, I'm like, okay, there's purpose in this pain. I'm going through this for a reason. I'm gonna be stronger in the end. And it's okay. It's okay. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it to the fullest. And you know, I hope y'all all had a good day, and I hope this video made you feel better about your mental health if you're struggling or whatever the case may be. I pray that everything falls into place for you. God bless you. I love you, and so does he. And I just, you know, I just want to help people who go through the same things that I go through, and I really hope this video did that for you guys. Comment down some other coping mechanisms that you guys have if you're going through your mental health journey and healing, or even if you're just starting your journey or you're still going through some things. Just ask questions and just give each other some advice down below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to keep it classy, and make sure y'all don't forget to subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe, okay, baby? Subscribe. And yeah, all right, bye.